Hey everybody, welcome to another edition of Motormouth Nation. We are here today with Brian D with his 77 Datsun pickup. This is a very unique pickup with quite a story behind it. I've been waiting to interview Brian on this for a while. How you doing, Brian?
Pretty good. Nice day here.
Cool. Tell us more about this truck.
So this truck's 77 Datsun 620. It was built when it was new. So in 1977, they started all the work on it. If you look at all the custom work on this truck nowadays, it probably costs you $150,000. It has steel fender flares that they molded on. It has a steel visor. All the louvers on the hood and the visor are hand punched. The interior of the truck has a custom interior with velour on the doors. You see all the tuft buttons on it. And it's also a complete pass-through. It's one of the first pass-through trucks that they did back then in the late 70s. And it's in magazines all over the West Coast. And the truck has a fade paint job. What they did back in the 70s is they would blend one color into the other. It's kind of hard to see on a magazine or in a video, but in person you can really see it. This paint is from that era. It has not been touched up, so it's a 43-year-old paint job today. And this car is just amazing, this little truck. So we had some pictures of it online, and the guys who run an event at the Grand National Roadster Show this February in California asked us to bring it out there because of its history and all the credit it has. So I saw this truck when I was a kid in magazines years ago, and then I saw it at Barrett-Jackson in Connecticut in 2016, and it was for sale. It was up on the auction. I couldn't get in to bid on it because they had closed the place down because so many people were inside the arena. So Gas Monkey, Richard Rawlings, actually bought the truck, and it went to his place in Texas. It was actually on one of their shows in a background shot where they failed to do a motorcycle for the Race of Gentlemen's in Wildwood, and he was telling about his failure on it, and this was in the background behind him. So when I
remember that episode.
Remember that? So
yeah.
When I bought it like 2 weeks before the episode aired, and everybody was calling me, "Your truck's on TV, your truck's on TV." It was hysterical watching it, and it was just something cool. I had to sign paperwork so that I couldn't ask for royalties or any of that. And now we're going to take it out to the Grand National Roadster Show in California in February.
There it is. As they say, sold.
Oh,
wait,
sold.
That's me.
Yeah, they all say sold. Doesn't matter. But it's a very, very different truck. And it actually only has 81,000 miles on it. Still the original drivetrain with the 4-cylinder and a 4-speed in it. It's just something really cool. You go somewhere and you don't see yourself anywhere else.
So the front end on this is very reminiscent of either a 80s Trans Am or a Vega, right?
It was actually modeled after a Chevy Monza.
That
was all the information I've been able to find.
Yes.
So behind this nose is the original bumper. They use the original bumper as the support for this custom nose. So it's a pretty wild little truck. I mean, you don't see all these mods done on these trucks. And this is before you could buy like bolt-on fender flares and visors that clipped on and stuff like that.
A seat that swivels 360.
360 goes around. The other one does too.
Yeah.
So you can turn around, sit in the truck, relax. Only thing missing is the TV. They had a TV in it. I found one that's almost the same, and I'll be mounting that in there in a couple weeks. And it's just a really different truck that you don't see on the East Coast.
I love it. It's beautiful.
Yeah,
Brian brings us around to shows with us quite a bit, and it's always a head turner.
I think the 6 different colors of blue that fade up and down into each other, I think that really turns people's head.
Yeah, it's a beautiful truck, Brian. Thanks so much for sharing the story with us.
Thank you very much.
And we'll see you with, I'm sure, another car of yours pretty soon. If you look at Motormouth Nation, you'll see Brian's with his 53, right?
53's on there now, and we probably got the IROC up soon.
And the IROC will be up there soon. All right, thanks, Brian.
Talk to you soon.